bro, I told referee now. I country me play football for. I'm a town referee. You don't know, so much up.
A man who is in connection with the organizers. Wow.
So who run production? Oh, what the box that?
Wow.
Alright. I'm here run production.
Okay, then in a shambles now. What is going on here?
I'm here run production.
We're in a shambles.
Where? Hey! Hey, when the ball and everything, I'm beating the boy. Now watch now, no? Now watch the control. Now look for the control, no?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2025 Reinas Cup, the fifth edition of this wonderful competition. Of course, founded, put on by the one and only Neil Oxford. Had the pleasure of commentating with him alongside him for the Jamaican Premier League. And of course, my name is John Stewart. As usual, I'll be commentating today here on MG Sports as we display this wonderful competition, the Reinas Cup for the under 20 girls, which gives a great platform for plenty of young women right across the island to showcase what they have to offer. Of course, with the hopes of, you know, matriculating into some overseas programs, colleges, as well as some professional teams, whether it be locally or overseas. So this competition has long been, for the entirety of its existence, one of the premier competitions, and perhaps the premier competition for women's football in terms of the youth aspect. And once more, looking forward to what will be in store this year. Of course, Next Generation FC will be taking on Los Perfectos in the first game for today, after which we'll have Reinas Academy taking on Real Mobile Academy. Of course, Proven FC from St. Thomas, they're also in the competition, but they'll not be playing until next week when they take on Next Gen. Next Gen, of course, would have lost last year's final to Reinas Academy. Reinas Academy, of course, being the only team among the past winners to have won the competition twice. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens this year. Looking forward to what they have to offer this year. Plenty of amazing young players who, of course, would have gone on to represent the national team in the youth setup right across this competition. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you just joining. Promises to be a great competition this year once more. Reinas here today for the fifth staging of the Reinas Cup. We're about to have the teams kick off the fifth staging of the competition. We'll just quickly read out the starting lineups for you. For next generation, we have Bianca McDonald in goal, Shimika Evans, Abigail Walters, Shinny Garrick, Dominish Oni, Rihanna Williams, Tamaria Townsend, Mona Lee Maxfield, Candice Morris, Destiny Blake, and Christonia Warwick. As for Los Perfectos, have Saskia Moyeston, Tyra Smith, Shishelle Casanova, Nicasia Thompson, Nadine Gordon, Gianna Morris, Sejini Anderson, Jeroni Dixon, Arcalia Wright, Tamoya Clark, and Danae Carty. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Los Perfectos will be kicking from right to left in the yellow and pink jerseys, whereas Los Perfectos, as usual, are in the pink and black. Lovely turn there. Out wide. Lovely touch. Trying to find her teammate there, Achille Wright. Unable to find her. But now they're back on the ball. Lovely ball over the top. Trying to find Wright, but I will go all the way through to McDonald in goal. Under some pressure here, and decides to just put it out, and it will be a throw in to Los Perfectos here early on in the game. Just putting them under pressure. Go for a goal kick now for Los Perfectos. A couple of players definitely yet to settle into the game, Los Perfectos. The challenge there, won it from Danny McCarthy. Grass may perhaps be presenting a bit of a challenge for some of the girls in terms of controlling the ball, but so far they're trying to maneuver around the potential issues that the field may pose, and that's a strong clearance downfield now for Raquel Wright to go on to, but good defending there. That's put out for a throw, I believe, to Next Generation FC. Of course, as I mentioned before, this competition founded and hosted by Neo Oxford, man who I've had the pleasure, as I mentioned before, of commentating with for the Jamaican Premier League playoffs. Definitely someone who knows his football and is passionate about it. And out of that passion, this project, the Reinas Cup, which is an under-20 competition, has been born, has been forged with the idea, the goal of bridging that gap between academy and youth football for women, a space which they don't really have that much in the island, helping them to have that platform to go to the next stage for professional football, whether it be, as I mentioned before, overseas or locally. And speaking of locally, in terms of the Women's Jamaican Premier League, Neil Oxford does also coach the Real Mona team, who did make it to the semi-finals. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be for them this year. Did lose, but now we have an attack here for Next Generation FC. They're through on goal, slowed down on the counter attack. Did seem as though she was through there. But unfortunately for her, the defenders got back in time. Just gonna have to be a bit more decisive there. That is cleared now by Perfectos. Decides to put a head to it there. Abigail Walters on that occasion, and now on the ball is Destiny Blake. Still going forward, surging down that left-hand side, looking to put a cross in our shot, and it's saved in the end. Saskia Moyatson, or Mayaston, rather, in goal. Good save. That's the first real chance of the game, apart from that thwarted counter-attack. Now Los Perfectos. After almost giving up a goal, they have a chance to go on the attack here. Just content to... Oh, they've given the ball away. At the back, a chance now, 1v1. Oh, and she slipped at a very critical moment. But it will be a corner kick. It was thanks to some good defending that didn't quite end up in the back of the net, and now it will be a corner kick now for Next Generation FC. Shamika Evans, the one who will take. Corner coming over now into the middle of the area, headed on. No real convincing contact, and now Los Perfectos have a chance to counter. And it's Raquelia Wright, got past one, but lost possession afterwards. And now Next Gen have a chance to attack with Candice Morris, but she lost the ball. Los Perfectos, decent touch there, I have to say. Maneuvered herself really well in the pass, but the subsequent pass afterwards wasn't quite what they would have wanted. Los Perfectos, I have to say though, Adriana Morris, familiar name for those who have been following youth football. For the women would know her talents. Oh, lovely turn there. Got a cross in there, Mona Lee, but unable to find a teammate on that occasion. Pass didn't quite come off how she would have wanted. Trying to find Nadine Gordon at all times. No, she is the danger. Lone striker today. Perhaps tried a shot from distance there, and that's cleared away by the goalkeeper. Cross coming all the way back up, and the goalkeeper eventually, at the second time of asking, does get to it. Keelia Wright was lurking. Clearance wasn't that convincing, but does make its way all the way to a teammate. Next Generation FC can push forward. And Adriana Morris trying to get the ball away from Shamika Evans, unable to, and Morris will give away a foul there. A free kick to Next Generation FC. Thank you for those joining us today. Once more, we are live here at Buttercup Park. Of course, last year would have had the competition held at the UE Mona Bowl. A switch up this year in terms of venue. And apart from just a couple of concerns about the field, but overall, it is a lovely, lovely venue overall. Of course, refreshments on sale should you care to join us here. I know that it is World Cup season and it is a lot to ask of supporters to come out, but of course, women's football, we do take it very seriously. It's something that we are pushing for, and so we do want to make sure that they are well supported regardless of these circumstances, which are understandable, of course, but nonetheless, thank you for those who choose to support women's football. Now Next Gen FC on the attack. The ball does make its way over to Christiania Warwick, but lost the ball shortly after. And now is Nadine Gordon on the ball. Takes a touch, plays it out wide to Morris. Plays the ball out wide. A pass then played by Danae Carty, but seems Rakelia Wright was offside. Flag went up immediately. Lovely bit of skill there by Destiny Blake, trying to put a pass through there for her teammate, unable to get onto it. And that's played downfield towards Gordon. Can she get to it ahead of time? No, she can't. McDonald doing well there. And in the end, that will go all the way through to the goalkeeper. Quite easy for her to deal with. No danger, really. Downfield. Carty gets the ball back here, Danae Carty. And I thought she was brought down there, but no, false is the referee. Trying to take it around Adriana Morris, but the pass is intercepted there by Tyra Smith. But it's played downfield now. Next Generation FC have numbers forward. Goes alone. She did have her teammate Mona Lee Maxfield to her right and decided to opt for the shot. A bit of a selfish decision, but nevertheless did get a shot on target, but quite easy for Moya Stun to save. And it seems Next Generation FC do have a teammate down here. Just a blow to the side, I believe, of Destiny Blake. And actually, it was not Destiny Blake. It seems to have been Shanae Garrick. This little intermission, just trying to get Garrick some much needed medical attention. Would like to also just point out that, as mentioned before, Proven Academy, who are also a part of the competition this year, the St. Thomas outfit, they will be playing next week. They're the only team that, based on the schedule listing, that will not be playing this week, of course, due to the uneven number of teams. No Eltham, it seems, this year, or Reno. And would like to, I'll just once more just point out the fact that it is an all-island affair. Academy, of course, based in Kingston, but next gen are from St. Catherine, proven from St. Thomas, as I mentioned before. It's a great initiative, this competition. Allows young girls from all the way over this island to have a chance to prove themselves and get an opportunity at playing competitive high-level football to put themselves on the map with the hopes of matriculating, as I said before, to the next level, whether it be locally or overseas. Ball won back here by Mona Lee Maxfield, but surrenders position. She does get a throw in, however, which will be taken by Blake now. Cross put in there. Goalkeeper comes for it. Oh, she spilt it. Still going. And it does seem it will be a penalty. Goalkeeper Saskia Moyatston will be feeling disappointed. Perhaps just let her side down there. Seemed a routine cross come in there from the number 13 for Next Generation FC, Christonia Warwick. Cross come in and she should have dealt with it at the near post. Spilled it into the path of the attacker and she fouled her afterwards. And now, as a result, Next Generation FC have a penalty and the opportunity to score the first goal of the 2026 Reinas Cup. The opportunity will go to Damanesh Ani. She'll be hoping she can get on the score sheet here for the first time. Would be a pivotal moment for the course of this season. Can she step up? And yes, she can. An emphatic penalty at that. Top corner. And Moyaston in goal. Really couldn't have done much more about that. And she's made to pay for her mistake, and so too are Los Perfectos. Next Generation FC find themselves a goal up here. Not much gone in the game. And they find themselves up. The crucial goal here from the spot by Damanesh. All the way up through to the goalkeeper McDonald. And now Blake on the ball, trying to play it up forward, trying to find Maxfield, and in the end the flag does go up, I would assume against Warwick. Regardless, it is an offside decision that's been given. Ooh, not the greatest free kick there, but Rakelia Wright does win the ball back, finds Nadine Gordon. Lovely pass through now to Wright, and she's called once more for the offside decision, unfortunately. 17 minutes gone here. And a goal to the good. Next Generation FC find themselves in that goal, of course, coming in the 15th minute. Blake looking downfield, trying to find her teammate Warwick. Tyra Smith trying to go shoulder to shoulder with her and does win the ball back. Of course, definitely going to prove hard to dislodge off the ball. Tyra Smith, quite possibly the most physically imposing player in the competition, at least definitely up there. Seems the referee is called back play here, and it looks like he's going to pull out a card. Not exactly sure for what reason. It's a yellow card to Nadine Gordon. does seem Tara Smith is also down, and we'll get some hydration here. Seems she's pulled up. Apparently, the foul there on Gordon was for a little tug of the shirt that she had on her opposing player there. Unfortunately for her, that does mean she's going to have to walk a tightrope for the rest of the game. We would want her, of course, to get suspended. Of course, she is their leading woman up front, of course, expected to bag the goals, not just for today, of course, we want to get back into this game, but also for the rest of the competition. Now, Next Generation FC trying to add more goals to the tally, but the cross from Blake there not quite on. Intercepted once more by Next Generation FC. Number of turnovers here. And that was Shamika Evans, rather. I kept saying Destiny Blake. Apologies to the young lady there. That was Shamika Evans who tried to play this cross, and she tried to play another cross there. Intercepted. Played up there towards right by her teammate Danny Carty. And right looking out wide, trying to find a fellow teammate there. Gordon has the ball, trying to get through a tight space with good defending, and then a bit of a wise decision there from Candice Morris just to let that go through all the way to the goalkeeper. Now Evans on the ball once more. Lovely pass. Finds a teammate, and she's offside. Maxville there. Despite the complaints, I can definitely say I agree. Play downfield, and she's onside here. Tried to get a shot in, but good defending there. Kept her off balance. And McDonald plays downfield once more. Intercepted. Trying to generate some space, but she's lost the ball here. Next Generation FC are on the counter. Played out wide. She's through. Gets the shot away, and just wide. Next Generation FC coming close there to doubling their lead. Tamine Shawnee, as mentioned before, the opening goal was scored by her from the spot, following a foul there by the goalkeeper Saskia Moyaston. But there, Ani just coming ever so close to getting her second of the game. Fantastic counter-attack by Next Generation FC. And unfortunately, they just couldn't find the back of the net on that occasion. And as we get some medical attention there for the Next Generation FC player, a number of players have already taken their seat on the ground. Not sure if it's just an issue of comfort and just wanting to, or perhaps maybe just already the heat getting to some of the players. Unfortunately not. And also, unfortunately, it does seem as though Next Generation are gonna have to have a player go off here. Gordon plays it out wide, trying to find a teammate. Not a bad pass, not a bad idea. Los Perfectos, despite losing the ball, got it back here, and the cross comes in, claimed by McDonald. Played downfield. Touch there wasn't quite up to par. Warwick, but has gone all the way through for right. She's onside this time. Can she get a cross in? No touch. A bit too heavy. And she's lost position. You can see the disappointment in her face there, but now it's Tyra Smith looking for a teammate. Plays it downfield, trying to find Sajane Anderson, but Tosim Smith is still feeling the effects of that earlier knock, and she may have to go off. Unfortunately for her and for Los Perfectos, she may have to go off. But now here's Destiny Blake playing a pass now into the goal scorer, but loses position. Ooh, a hefty challenge here coming in from Los Perfectos is played there, and that will most definitely be a foul, and the referee just giving her a stern talking to, and a yellow card as well. And yeah, she's definitely gonna have to come off, unfortunately. Never something you want to see, of course, as it relates to players coming off this early in a game. And as I mentioned before, regardless of the fact that a knock may have been suffered, I do think it's a bit more than that, perhaps an internal issue within the organs, or maybe just the heat. Of course, it is a bit of an issue here. And for that reason, I have to say, I was a bit surprised to learn that there will be 45 minutes per half. Not what I would have expected, considering the age group and of course the physical limitations that would come with, of course, the difference in gender and age. And with that being said, Smith will of course be substituted, and now that will be the end of her day today, unfortunately. Next Generation FC have the chance to vote with a free kick here. Played on field, headed away by Morris. Now is Candice. Morris playing that out wide to Destiny Blake. Pass intercepted by Los Perfectos. And seems there was a fall there. Free kick for Los Perfectos. Free kick played downfield, headed away. That occasion there by number 14, Abigail Walters. That'll be out for a throw to Los Perfectos. Have a chance to get a cross in now. They take it an early one, headed away, but as far as Nadine Gordon, who takes a shot from distance, didn't quite come off. It's cleared there. And another shot coming in, not with any real power behind it, however, and there will be an easy shot for Bianca McDonald to save, and she plays that out wide now into the path of Shamika Evans, but it's just in front of her, and the pass gets intercepted there by Dene Carty. Now has a shot from distance, another one. Plenty of those we've seen today, but that's intercepted before it could get to Rakelia Wright. Evans plays that now downfield, trying to find her teammate Christiana Warwick, but intercepted by the substitute there who came in for Tyra Smith. That, of course, is number 14, I believe Nashika Spence. And next Gen FC on the attack now. Oh, good pass into Monali Maxfield out wide, trying to find her teammate Christiana Warwick. Unable to find her, however. Actually, that was Damanesh. And now Morris. Good turn. Can she get ahead of Blake? Yes, she can. Holding up the ball there on that right-hand side, trying to get around Blake, but unfortunately for her, comes out second best in that duel. Los Perfectos, however, win the possession of the ball back. Cross coming in. Ooh, controlled by her teammate, but heavy touch and gives the ball away. Gordon wins the ball back. Has it. Gives it up for her teammate that has a shot from quite the way out, Jaroni Dixon, but just wide. That's Perfecto screwing into the game a bit more now. They definitely seem to have decided to be a bit more positive in their approach in the last couple of minutes. Decided to have a few shots from distance and trying to capitalize off the blocks that would have come from as a result. Trying to get some crosses in as well, but unfortunately yet to get the equalizer. Spence gets the throw in there, plays it off Warwick, and that will be a throw in for Los Perfectos. Just about 15 minutes to play. And throwing taken. Warwick keeps it in play, looking for a throw, but won't get it. Will go the other way for Los Perfectos. And it will be Carty who takes it. Plays it up to Gordon. And seems it was a fall throw. And that will go the other way to Next Generation FC. And will be taking the throw in, that is. By Next Generation FC. Play upfield, looking for Warwick, and it seems it was yet another fall throw, unfortunately for them. Los Perfectos will go again with Carty. Now here's Adriana Morris playing it to Gordon, trying to get a return pass. Unfortunately couldn't get it back, but Los Perfectos win the ball back. Gordon trying to find right. Lovely turn, leveraging her body to get away from her defender. And good tackle coming in there from Candice Morris, I believe. Good defending. Of course, once more, for those just joining, we are live here at the Buttercup Park on this fine Saturday afternoon for this competition, the 5th staging of it. Last year would have been won by Reinas Academy, of course. Second time that they have won it in the last 5 years. They would have won, of course, in 2023. Next Generation would have won the first edition of this competition. They'll be looking to get back to the summit of women's youth football in the island once more this year. But their quest for that starts now. And oh, it's gone all the way over. Cross coming in, and has gone all the way over. And it's actually gone in.
Yes, it actually going in.
And it's a goal, and it's 1-1 now between Next Generation and Los Perfectos. Bit of an unorthodox goal, I have to say. By the angle, I didn't think it actually went in. Expected the goalkeeper to deal with that and deal with it quite comfortably, but in the end, it's gone in. And Los Perfectos find themselves level here with the 2022 winners of this competition. Los Perfectos, of course, have not yet won, and they'll be hoping that they can as well this year. But if they are to, they're gonna have to rack up some wins quickly. Of course, we have a league and then the cup format. Usually we have two different trophies, one for the league winner and one for the cup winner. Of course, the Reinas Academy would have won both. And Los Perfectos, they'll be hoping, praying that they can win the league format, of course, which does give you a better opportunity to go all the way and win the most coveted award in this competition. Of course, that being the trophy you get for winning in the playoffs, the Reinas Cup. For Next Generation FC. Waiting for it to be taken here. It seems it's going to be a long throw by the long setup here. In finally, trying to find Dominesh, unable to find her, and Spence gets it clear. Foul definitely for the late challenge. It will be a free kick for Los Perfectos. Downfield now, and that will be a handball. Captain Morris there handling it in position. It seems the goal there was scored by Sajane Anderson. That free kick, and she goes again to take another one, plays it downfield, and this one will be caught by Bianca McDonald in goal. Play downfield. Anderson, goal scorer of the equalizer, plays the pass off. Teammate number 12 puts that out wide, but can she retain possession is the question. Will be a throw in here for Los Perfectos once more. Anderson once more to take a free kick here. All the way over and headed away by Next Generation FC. And they have another counter attack here and went all the way through to Maxfield. Seems to be a foul, a bit too aggressive in the approach there. And foul on Nakisha Spence, who, of course, as mentioned before, would have Nashika rather Spence would have come on for the injured Tara Smith. Anderson loses possession. Now they're on the attack here with the number 9 Shanique Garrick. Pass played off there to her teammate who's seemingly lost possession. And it's played up. Unable to find her teammate there. Good defending. Just decides to just put it out behind for a throw. On that occasion, Abigail Walters. Perhaps the wisest decision she could have taken. Cross coming in, but couldn't quite get the accuracy right, and that will go out for a goal kick now to Next Generation FC. It seems our teammate there was screaming for it, and when it came, she wasn't able to take it down. Damaneshani, of course, would have opened the scoring here. The first goal of the competition this year, the 2026 Reinas Cup. Damaneshani can definitely say she has that feather in her cap. Now will be a free kick here for Next Generation FC. It's played up towards Damaneshani, but taken away by Carty, and now Morris trying to beat Maxfield, unable to. They're on the counter once more with Damaneshani, and good tackle coming in from Nashika Spence, who I have to say, since she's come on, she's been a ball of energy. But that's gone out for a throw, and it will go to Next Gen FC. Seems that upon the tackle, did take a touch there off of a body from. Actually, did take a touch off of a Next Generation FC player. And seems that Rakelia Wright just getting some instructions from her coach. does seem as though Dominic Hani, the goal scorer as I mentioned before, for the first goal of this competition this year, and of the game, of course, by extension, Dominic Hani, she's come off here. As mentioned before, the sun does seem to play a part in how the players have been managing physically. And I have to say, once more, I don't know how wise of a decision it would be for 45 minutes a half to be played, given the physical limitations, as I mentioned before, that some of these ladies would have, whether it be with physical conditioning, rather, as well as just perhaps health issues, and of course the heat, given that it is pretty much summer. It's definitely cause for concern, and we'll be hoping, of course, that perhaps maybe a push could be moved just to reduce the time a bit, and if not, just a bit more, a couple of water breaks at the very least. I do think perhaps just cutting the time down by a bit, by about 5 to 10 minutes, could potentially help the health of these young girls. Of course, is the focus. The focus is on development, as mentioned before. But here's Nashika Spence, almost lost the ball to Max Phil. She's done well defensively, but on the ball there, she did look a bit clunky. Ball played downfield now, however, trying to find a teammate, and it will go out for a throw-in to Los Perfectos. And we are actually in the 45th minute, beyond that now, and I think as the cross comes in, oh, she didn't quite deal with it properly. We did go for a goal kick, however, came back off of her. And as mentioned before, as we approach the remaining seconds of the half, which has come to an end now, must applaud the efforts of the young ladies thus far for giving us an enthralling first half of this competition. The first game of the 2026 Reinas Cup, and Los Perfectos taking on the 2022 champions Next Gen, and they'll be hoping that in the second half, Los Perfectos, that they can get on their way to a first Reinas Cup trophy with a win today. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for the first half. We'll be coming back after the break. Please rejoin us. But until then, thank you and take care. back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of this game between Next Generation FC rather and Los Perfectos. I was about to say Proven. They're playing next week, as I mentioned before, for those who are unaware. And so, the 2022 winners, Next Gen FC, opened the scoring with Damanesh Arnie scoring from the penalty spot, only for Sajani Anderson to score an equalizer directly from a free kick towards the end of the second half. And courtesy of that free kick, the scores are now level between the two teams. First game of the day. Of course, we will have Real Mobay. They'll be taking on the defending champions, Reinas FC. Of course, we will have two changes now being made for Next Generation FC. Of course, would have surrendered the lead. Coming on will be their number 7 and their number 6. That, of course, number 7 being Kelsiana Richards and the number 6 being Anika Campbell. Campbell will be the one to kickstart the second half. And the second half is underway here. Play downfield, miscontrolled. Play downfield once more. Nadine Gordon seems to be playing a bit of a deeper role. Right, still hugging the touchline, trying to get beyond the last man. But now here's Arnie. Has a chance to potentially get a second goal. Lovely bit of skill to beat Nashika Spence, but Spence does well to recover. Played up to Destiny Blake. Misplaced the pass, however. Position given away, and now here's Gordon. Oh, lovely to get past the defender, but then good defending coming in. The number 14 there, Abigail Walters. Next Gen FC, Kelsiana Richards loses the ball there, her first involvement in the game, but I was about to say they got it back, but they surrendered position once more. Ball played down that left hand side, trying to get it, and that's played out by Walters once more. She's defended really well throughout the course of this game. And now Shamika Evans playing it down that right hand side, trying to find Richards, but that has gone out of play. Will be a throw-in now for Los Perfectos. Once more, I would like to thank all those who have decided to join us here today, here at the Buttercup Park, live for the 2026 Reinas Cup, the 5th edition, of course, of this competition. Always promises to be an excellent watch. And speaking of watching, thank you for those joining us live. But now here's Nadine Gordon. She's onside, cuts inside, lovely turn, gets a shot away. Oh, what a goal! Fantastic finish. And of the 3 goals that have been scored today, now that's the pick of the bunch. Fantastic effort from Gordon. Was singing her praises right throughout the first half. Not necessarily because of what she's done, but because of what I know she's capable of. They depend on her so heavily, Los Perfectos, because of her natural talent. And she's put it on display for all to see there. Fantastic goal. Questions perhaps could be potentially asked of their goalkeeper Bianca McDonald, and foul here for Los Perfectos. They have a chance to potentially get a third, but questions, of course, as I mentioned before, will be asked of McDonald in goal. But I have to say, fantastic finish regardless. Put some power behind that, and she did well to engineer the space initially. Regardless, had to beat a defender. What is finally cross coming in once more from Anderson, headed away. Trying to track the ball down there, but unable to keep it in play. Will be a throw in for Los Perfectos. Tried for the crossfield pass, does come off eventually, but Misplaced pass there. Not enough power, not enough pace on the pass. Los Perfectos. I was about to say reclaim position, but they've lost out now. Oh, lovely. Did well to get away from Blake there. Pass going all the way through. And they pick up possession there now. Next Gen FC. Good defending coming in. And I have to say, number 18 for Los Perfectos. She's been doing a fantastic job. And she's trying to get away from her defender there, and that will be a foul. She's coming onto the pitch. Campbell, live wire, trying to make an impact on the game. She's done just that. Got a free kick here, and a chance for their own number 18 now. Next Gen. For her to take this free kick. Goes all the way through and headed away by Spence, and I have a feeling that had she not put her head to that to put it out for a corner, that it would have gone all the way in perhaps. Good defending there from Spence once more. And apologies to Bianca McDonald. I've been mistaking her for the goalkeeper all along, but actually McDonald is the number 18 who just took that free kick. The number 1 is Tamaria Townsend in goal. Once more, apologies to Next Gen's goalkeeper, Tamaria Townsend. Corner comes in from Evans and collected at the near post by Los Perfectos' goalkeeper. And that being number 40, Saskia Mayaston. And once more, just would like to express my heartfelt apology to Tamaria Townsend in goal, of course, as well as Bianca McDonald, who is the number 18. That's played downfield. She's lost possession there. Richards trying to get it. Richards gets it back. Pass didn't quite come off on that occasion either. And that'll be given away to Next Gen FC, who decide to try to find Arnie out wide on the left-hand side, unable to. Trying to play it down that right-hand side now. But not able to find her there down that right-hand side. That occasion. Go all the way through to the goalkeeper, but now have a chance to play it down this right-hand side with Kelsey Richardson. Lost out there. Next Gen on the ball once more with Candice Morris. Alicia White, who's come onto the pitch. She just made a pass a while ago, and that's cross coming in, and Nashika Spence. I have to say, if they win here, she could definitely be a candidate for man of the match. Spence, she's been phenomenal defensively. Absolutely phenomenal. Tamoya Clark. Here for Los Perfectos, just trying to occupy the two center forwards here. Two center backs rather. White gets it to Campbell, trying to get some space to get a shot off. Gets it on the right hand side now. Try to get a cross in there. Unable to. Richards lost Battle there. Oh, lovely. Lovely ball roll there. Fantastic bit of skill. Played out wide. The control that time by Dominesh wasn't quite up to par. But now Los Perfectos can get on a counter attack here, but good defending coming in. Los Perfectos played out wide, trying to find Rakilia right once more. Unable to. They have the ball back once more now, trying to find right. Try to utilize the long ball, but good defending coming in there from Next Gen FC. That being Abigail Walters. And it seems right may be substituted here as she's gone down in a heap. Seems there will be a change made here for Los Perfectos. Alicia White coming on. I mentioned her before, but confused her with the number 11 for Next Generation of C, which would have been Rihanna Williams. And my apologies, I seem to have been getting a lot of things wrong today. Commentators of this game, but thankfully Los Perfectos haven't been. And in particular, the young lady Nadine Gordon, who's been phenomenal. Not necessarily in her all-round performance, but the finish to get them up in front. Lovely takedown there. Good touch by Jeroni Dixon. Then played out wide, but Walters does well defensively. And good defending there. Coming in from the number 3 there, Destiny Blake. Dixon. Oh, lovely turn. Cross coming in. Batted away, but only as far as a Los Perfectos player. Shot central. Had to make the double save, but shot was a bit central. Gordon has a swing at it. And that's cleared. But only as far as Rakilia right. Cross coming in. And Candice Morris clears, but not very far. Dixon trying to take it away from Morris, but now it's Anderson. Puts it up towards a teammate. Can she win the ball back here? No, she can't. She tried to do it, but it was unfairly done. It will be a free kick. Foul to Next Generation of C. And it does seem we'll get about 3 changes here. Alicia White, Lisa Brown. Alicia White and Lisa Brown being among the possible substitutions. And it does seem that Alicia Ranger as well will be coming on. So that is Alicia Ranger, number 11, Alicia White, and number 3, Lisa Brown. They'll be the ones about to make their entrance onto the pitch for Los Perfectos, who, of course, if you're just joining us, are 2-1 up. Thanks to, of course, Sajani Anderson would have scored the equalizer earlier on for Los Perfectos in the first half, and then in the second half they'd have scored once more thanks to the goal of the day, Nadine Gordon, with a fantastic finish. That's put Los Perfectos up front 2-1 following an early goal from the penalty spot from Damanesh Ani of Next Generation of C. resumes here now with Bianca McDonald. Apologies once more to her for mistaking her for Tamara earlier on. But now it's Candice Morris on the ball. Morris looking for an option, then eventually finds Shamika Evans out wide. Looking for Kelsiana Richards. Good defending, however, coming in there from Los Perfectos. Playing that up to Gordon on that occasion. Unable to take it in stride. Loses possession. And now Evans surging down that right-hand side. Cross coming in and caught by Bianca. Made the mistake again. By Tamaria Townsend. Apologies once more. Let's play downfield. Bit of a strange clearance. Oh, and she's put herself in danger. Jeroni Dixon now seemed to have been through, but good defending coming in from Destiny Blake. And now Next Generation could be on the attack. But gonna have to wrestle away possession of Rihanna Williams. Playing it up to Campbell, and Arnie unable to get it back from Spence, who has been absolutely just superb. Magnificent defending from her all game long. I have to say, she's just been sensational. Great move there. And makes a pass as well to Campbell. And Spence once more doing the dirty work, but not for Campbell. The cross ultimately disappointing. Mentioned that Nashika Spence didn't actually initially start the game. That is because she came on pretty early in the game for Tyra Smith, who went down. Not necessarily sure of the reason. Of course, critical player for the success this year, if they are to have any, for Los Perfectos. And a shot coming in from Campbell there, but didn't really make any sort of real connection with it, and that's eventually gone behind for a goal kick now to Los Perfectos. Spence, misplaced pass, and now here's Rihanna Williams. Oni, and that's intercepted. And that's put behind to the goalkeeper Townsend there. Clears it downfield. All the way down to McDonald. Now Garrick plays it out wide. Good turn by Arnie, but touch a bit heavy. Couldn't quite control it. Good touch around the corner by Garrick there. Shanae Garrick still on the ball. Turns. Holding up position in the corner. Finds Williams. And much to the frustration of the fans, seems she's lost possession there in a really critical area of the field. Now the aforementioned substitutes who were supposed to come on, Lisa Brown, of course, as well as Alicia Ranger and Alicia White, they're going to come on now for Los Perfectos. But that will be shortly after this attack now. Lovely pass out wide now. Dixon gets by Destiny. Cross coming in, and no real power on that. In the end, that's pretty easy. to claim there for the goalkeeper, McDonald. Does seem though as though one of the Los Perfectos players has gone down here. Could be Dane Carty, actually the one who's down on the ground. Not sure as yet. Dane Carty actually will make her way off of the pitch. She'll be substituted. So she's not the one on the ground, and my apologies. I'd like to thank once more those who have decided to join us here today. With respect to, of course, this competition, knowing that it is a very difficult time to garner attention elsewhere when World Cup is, of course, going on. So once more, I would like to thank those who've decided not just to make their way here physically in support of these young women, but of course watching online. Thank you, of course, for joining here on MG Sports Live, and want to thank you for your continued support for youth football in Jamaica, and by extension for the young woman. So off comes, seems, Tamoya Clark, who's suffered an injury here, and there will be another substitution here. This time the number 10 for Next Generation FC, she'll be making her way onto the pitch, and that will be Gabriella Campbell. Gabriella Campbell hoping to make her impact on the game right away, as Shamika Evans was potentially, she has won the cross, won the ball back, and potentially can get a cross into her. Cross coming in, and that goes behind the goal. Will be a goal kick. And Tamoya Clark has given her all, but that previous knock there, I saw her make an extended, I guess, visit with the ground, has rendered her incapable of continuing today, and so she'll take her leave, but hopefully she'll be fit enough to play in their next game.
Pick up that.
And that goes all the way through here, and that will be a foul.
You're pushing her back. No, you're pushing her back, bro.
That's played downfield now by Anderson. That's cleared downfield by McDonald.
Run now. Yeah, what you going for?
Alicia White trying to chase that down, trying to get beyond Campbell. Ooh, cross coming in now. Missed Spence, but eventually cleared. Next Generation FC still trying to come forward with Campbell, trying to play it up for Gabriella Campbell. She's won the ball back, however. And now it's Gabriella Campbell. Lovely touch to get past the defender. Has a chance now, and ran into her defender. And in the end, it will go through to the goalkeeper, and seems Campbell's left quite the mark physically there on her defender. Went down there and following the collision. Of course. clear that down field.
Vinny, pick up that no man.
And only as far as another next generation of C player, but they've surrendered position now. They can come forward. Played up field. McDonald will get to it first, however, but next generation of C and has been put out for a throw in now. Special mention, of course, to Nikesha Thompson, who has been great as well for Los Perfectos. All the way through to Gordon, heads it on. She's through here, can't get a shot away. Good defending, but now it's Morris. Lovely turn, still has possession, gets the shot in. And unfortunately for her, that goes wide, but lovely build-up play. Great work there by Los Perfectos. And Morris's shot, after some fantastic skill to beat her defender, just not getting into the back of the net. Could have been the third, potentially the decisive goal of the game.
Go, Minnie.
Now here's Morris, has the ball once more, trying to get past McDonald. Trying to beat her, but surrenders position. And Spence once more defending well. Nikesha Thompson loses possession. Spence gets it back, however. Now here's Morris. Leaves it for Gordon. Played out wide by Jamaica Evans, trying to find Campbell. Unfortunately couldn't. Kelsiana Richards plays it up for Evans once more. Double teamed in the corner. Plays a pass up front now for Campbell. Trying to get a cross in, trying to find Gabriella Campbell, but that's gone all the way through. Through to the goalkeeper, Bianca Demaria Townsend, rather. My apologies, Saskia Mayastan, rather. Once more, apologies for the mispronunciation and the miscalling of names today. Seems the commentator has been off his game, but nevertheless, it's been a fantastic game thus far. And I hope that we have more of the same, as I mentioned before, to have another game coming up for you. That will be, of course, the reigning champions, Reinas Academy. They'll be taking on Real Mobay. There's a shot coming in there from Evans, deflected. Gordon trying to play it up front for her teammate there, but loses position. And that will be a throw-in now. Attack now, Los Perfectos. Good skill there to beat a defender. Through here now. Does well to turn back on Richards. Finds a teammate and she's offside. Seems she was about to put it into the back of the net after going beyond McDonald, but flag came up. Unfortunately for her.
Maestro. Go, Maestro. Referee, get up.
And it's through to Campbell. And a shot has been put over the bar.
Good try.
Just wide.
Good try, man. A good try.
But good counter attack there from Next Generation FC, trying to get back into this game. Of course, would have opened the scoring from the spot. The goal would have come from
That's the I use her hand them in the dog.
that woman, Daminesh Ani. But in the end, they'd have surrendered, squandered a goal lead, 1 goal lead. Goals coming in from Sajani Anderson, courtesy of a free kick in the first half, and then in the second half, Nadine Gordon with a goal that potentially could be one of the contenders come the end of the season for goal of the season.
Go back, me. Well done, man. Hug her up, me. Hug her up. Me, if you go, you go.
And now Dixon.
If you go. Watch the ball. Ball you want, man. Ball you want.
Sinead Garrick
Well done, man.
does
Well
well
done, man.
to
Ball
defend
you want,
against
Minnie.
her, and it will be a throw in here
Ball you want, Minnie.
for Los Perfectos, and it does seem Alicia Ranger will go over to take quickly. Got past his defender. Oh, lovely move there, and that will be a penalty.
Keep on you,
Los Perfectos have a chance now to get their third of the game. Great move to get past the defender there. Good show of speed and skill, and it does seem as though it is the same one who scored the first goal. She'll be in charge of potentially scoring the second, and my apologies, it wasn't actually Sajani Anderson who scored that goal. But nevertheless, oh, almost saved it, but it's gone in.
Good try, bro.
And that is the second goal of the game now for their number 15, Trishelle Casanova. My apologies to her.
Good try,
Seems
kid.
that I made another mistake, but Trishelle Casanova, second of the game. First, a free kick directly from a bit of an awkward angle, and now she scored from the spot. And that is 3-1 now. Los Perfectos lead.
Minnie, I play good here. See him here. MG. MG, we make it to Lampard and this place.
Would like to thank once more Neo Oxford for putting on such a wonderful competition, and a wonderful competition it has been over the last couple of years. You mentioned in an interview with the Gleaner just over a year ago that about 40 young women had been given opportunities, scholarships based on what had been seen from this competition, which of course MG Sports has been broadcasting for the past 5 years. And that was over a year ago. Most definitely the last 2 competitions would have seen that number rise. Would have to ask for the exact figures, of course, but it's just reflective of the fact that this is a competition that has given the platform that many young women in Jamaica need to showcase their talent. And of course, among them being Trishelle Casanova. Fantastic finish.
Minnie, I go fight here. Feel like a girl sport.
much left to go in this game. We're hoping, however, that they can do themselves justice. Of course, that being next generation of C. Of course, just about under 10 minutes to go here. They'll be hoping that they can somehow miraculously get 2 goals within that time. Stranger things have happened, of course, in the game of football. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Now will be a corner kick now, which will be taken, seems, by Shamika Evans, the usual set piece taker for Next Gen. Corner coming in now, headed away once more by Spence. And with just about under 10 minutes to go, rather, as I've said before. If I had to choose a man of the match or a woman of the match, queen of the match, I suppose it would be her. Ooh. Strong challenge on Dixon. But she's gotten away from a couple of players now. Oh, lovely turn to get away from a couple of players. Still 1v1, however, with Destiny Blake. And cross comes in, taken away, and another challenge inside the box. And I have to say, that's a clear foul, in my opinion. From where I'm standing, I have to say, based on what I was seeing, definitely looked like a penalty, possibly a second one of the game on Sajane Anderson, who of course won the penalty that Los Perfectos would have converted from for the second goal of the game. Well, their third of the game, rather, which would have been scored by that woman, Trisha Casanova, who's here defending. Lovely, good defending to get away from Gabrielle Campbell. Oh, she's giving the ball away now. Gabrielle Campbell still going, but wants a fall, but she won't get it. And for those wondering, the Reinas Cup continues. Right after this, we'll have our second game of the day between Reinas Academy and Real Mabe. Not long to go in this game, of course. Just about 8 minutes. It will be a fall through. But here, Los Perfectos 3-1 up, thanks to 2 goals from Trishelle Casanova from a free kick and a penalty. Penalty being the last goal that was scored, and the other goal, a fantastic finish from Nadine Gordon, the pick of the bunch thus far. And of course, the first goal of the day would have been scored by Next Gen FC, thanks to Damanesh Ani from the penalty spot early in the game. And that is Ani now on the ball. Lovely turn, searching for options, tries to find Shanae Garrick. A wide pass, however, is put out of play by Los Perfectos. That will be a throw-in now for Next Gen FC. Headed away by Spence once more at the near post. Definitely think it's going to be a battle between her and Trisha Casanova for who gets the woman of the match. They've both been phenomenal throughout the course of this game. Of course, Casanova perhaps hasn't been as defensively solid as Spence has been, but of course she does have 2 goals, and that does count for something. And That's taken away by Nadine Gordon. Poorly executed there by Next Gen, but the pass took Casanova. Well, not Casanova. It would have been Sajani Anderson. Didn't quite come off there. Warwick. Not Warwick, rather, it would be Garrick. Still on the ball, but they've lost it now. Play downfield, but
You have time, relax, man. You have
Johnny
time.
Anderson
Time,
saying
relax.
that she wanted the ball to feet. Played
have
out
time,
wide
too.
to Richards now.
Play what you see now.
Trying to find Campbell. Ball makes
Yeah,
its
no.
way to Shamika
Alright.
Evans. Now Campbell has a
Wait,
chance
wait,
to get
cross
across in. Trying to find
Good
Campbell.
try, Rasta, good try,
And good
try.
defending coming in there from Alicia
Come again,
Ranger.
come again.
Put that out for a throw in. And actually, it's gone the way of Los Perfectos. It's their throw. Seems he perhaps taking a touch of a Next Gen player before making his way out for the throw there.
Well done, Minnie.
And let's put upfield now for Johnny Anderson to chase. Tries to take it down, tries to get beyond Abigail Walters, and that is most definitely a foul. Could be a yellow card as well.
Can't say no fault because she didn't touch the ball,
No card, but will
Get off,
definitely be a
Dominic.
free kick.
Yeah, man, get off, man. And look at Mark. Hug up something, now. Hug up something, man, yeah. Yeah.
Free kick now to be taken once more by Trishelle Casanova. Of course, would have scored from a similar position earlier in the game. Can she do it once more? Goes for goal from here again,
Well done, man.
but this time the
My side, we have go up now, my side.
goalkeeper is
Number 10, are you number 10?
able to catch it,
Bombita.
place it downfield.
Alright, go on,
Lovely
go on,
timing there of the flat of the ball by Damanesh Arnie, but Nashika Spence, she's just been absolutely sensational defensively.
Well done, man. City buyer.
She's just been fantastic.
Hug up something, hug up something, hug up something.
And as I mentioned before,
Up here, come in,
right
up
through
here,
the
come in.
game, I've just been saying that she's perhaps going to be the man of the match, and woman of the match rather. And I have to say, Casanova, despite her 2 goals and a solid, steady performance, it'd be hard to overlook just what Spence has done defensively right throughout the course of this game. Has just been absolutely superb in those 1v1 duels. Richards plays it into Evans, takes a shot from way out, and Spence once more getting a foot to it, and easily claimed in the end by Saskia Moyaston. Now Dixon gets past Blake, loses possession however to Candice Morris, but gets it back. Now here's Gordon looking downfield for Anderson, but that's headed away by Abigail Walters. Shane Garrick trying to push it down that left hand side and put out for a throw in there. Gordon intercepts, playing way deeper in the second half than she did for the first. Perhaps to good effect. We've seen a goal from her, of course, in this half. A lovely, fantastic finish. And as well, Los Perfectos in general have gone up a notch in terms of performance. Now put out wide and good defending by Walters. And good defending there from Casanova. Let's put out wide, put out for a throw in there. Good defending coming in. From Next Gen.
Hey, get up, man.
Could be a foul, but none given on Richards.
14, are you 14? If you
Still
go,
going
man.
Dixon. 1v1
Yeah,
with
go.
Walters. And
Well
Abigail
done,
Waters
man.
does well there to just
Up you go with it. Up you go with
jockey
it.
and wait for her to make her move. But she's won the ball back here, Dixon. Trying to get past Walters.
Hey, man. Hey, where are the man?
Holding the ball up there. And wants to fall, and she will get it. Not long to go. And Los Perfectos have the opportunity here to get a fourth.
Go in more minute. Go in some more minute.
Will be Anderson, it seems, to take the set piece.
That's sir.
Goes all the way in, and a diving save by the goalkeeper there. Cross coming, one more. Trying to find Acacia. Wins the ball back. Tried to get it to Morris, just couldn't. And Destiny Blake eventually puts it up, but not far enough. Norris Anderson has a shot and saved at the near post.
Thank God. Jesus. Thank God.
Fantastic save there. Next Generation FC, your defense was in 6s and 7s there. Timaria Townsend doing well there to prevent a fourth. Oh, lovely skill, but eventually went out for a goal kick. Anderson, however, industry has been important in this second half. Fantastic performance from her.
Pani 10.
Ooh. Strong challenge there coming in.
Oh God, man. Oh God, referee, man. Oh God.
That most definitely is a yellow card. And that will go against, I believe, Gabriella Campbell. Alicia White, the victim there on that occasion.
But, you know, Mini, I go right off, man. Bunny D, yeah? Bunny D, that's so good. John, that's a white pitch.
Cross coming in now, headed on by Shinny Garrick. Could go out for a corner here. She'll prevent that, and it will be a throw. To take the throw now will be Lisa Brown, and actually will be a corner. Trishelle Casanova to take this set piece. Of course, we already know what she can do from set pieces. We've already played 2 minutes of added time here. Interesting to see how many more will be played. Corner to be taken now. Coming in from Casanova. Oh, Nadine Gordon almost meeting it with her head. Could have gotten her second of the game, matching tally of her teammate Casanova, but in the end, seems it will end. Los Perfectos 3, Next Gen FC 1. And that will, of course, be the end, indeed. And, of course, good show of sportsmanship from Damanesh Ani, who opened the scoring today for Next Gen FC. Of course, a show of sportsmanship between the two coaches as well. Good game between the two. And fantastic showing in the Reinas Cup for the first game. Goals coming in, of course, as I mentioned before, from Nadine Gordon. Fantastic effort. And the other two coming from Trishelle Casanova. And for Next Gen, of course, as I mentioned before, this goal coming from the spot in the first goal of the game and of the competition, of course, by extension, from Damanesh Ani. In the end, that is the end of this game. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us, and of course, hopefully you'll, if you are planning to tune into the Brazil game, you'll decide to still somehow multitask and join us for the 5 o'clock match that will be playing between Real Mobe and Reinas Academy.